Hello and welcome to the very first episode of the Restaurant Sales Funnel. I'm Jared Koski. Thank you for joining me in this very special event, and trust me, you are going to love the content I'm about to give you in this particular episode, but in every episode as well, coming up as well. Okay, so this is where you learn to create an automated marketing system that consistently gets new customers into your restaurant and then converts them into loyal fans. Now, if that sounds pretty exciting, then make sure you watch this video today, and every week we'll be back again with more ideas on how you can turn your restaurant that may be struggling at the moment and turn it into a very profitable business without all the hassles, without all the stress of trying to pay your bills each month. Get that cash flow flowing through your restaurant, and all you need is an automated marketing system. And I'll show you exactly how you can build your own automated marketing system that will do everything you need to do as far as marketing is concerned, so you can focus on what you do best, which is look after your customers with great food and service. Does that sound exciting? I hope it does. And so I've got these restaurant sales funnels. These are actual funnels, but I'm not talking about these funnels. I'm talking about marketing funnels. But my purpose, which is say my goal for 2020, is to give away 2,020 of these funnels to restaurant owners. And they're the restaurant owners that I'm going to help get their restaurant sales funnel working for their business and making good profits. All right, so I'm going to give away 2020 of these to restaurant owners that I can help this year in turning their business around and making a profit and a much more enjoyable, less stress life that you deserve, I believe. Okay, so pretty exciting. Now today, I'm not going to try and overwhelm you with too much information, but I'm going to give you a bit of a rundown of how the restaurant sales funnel actually works. Okay, so I've just got some slides here I'm going to show you. Now, because this is our first episode, I've got a little bit of information about myself, because probably most people watching this may not know who I am, which is fair enough. Okay, I understand that. I'm not hurt by that, but I just want to give you a little information about myself, get that out of the way. It's just a few slides, and then once you know me, well, that's it. I don't need to keep reminding you who I am. So let's get straight into it. So I've got some slides here, and they're probably about 10-15 minutes. Stick with us, because, as I said, the system I'm going to show you over the next few weeks, next few episodes, I strongly believe will help your restaurant to grow and become more profitable. Less stress, more consistent sales, all right? I really, really believe that, and I want to share this with you. I want you to be successful, okay? That's where we are, okay? So let's get straight into this. Okay, so here we are in the slides. I'll just go through this. So this is a restaurant sales funnel. How does it work? I'm glad you asked that question, because I've got the answer. I've got the answer for you. Okay, so let's just get my slides there. Perfecto. Okay. So, just quickly, as I said, I'll just mention a few things about myself. Get that out of the way. Once you know me, then we can just get straight into the information each week. Okay, so this is me. Now, I started my career in front of the cameras. I did a lot of TV series, a lot of soapies, lots of commercials, lots of TV work, and also worked behind the scenes, worked behind the cameras, making movies. I've won awards for Trop Fest. Made lots of movies, lots of videos, lots of marketing videos, and even wrote a book about it as well. So, so that's my background there. My father was a chef. He's a self-trained chef, worked very hard in kitchens, and worked his way up to, I think he ended up being the executive chef of the Sheraton hotels in Hawaii. So I had a very successful career, and I thought I've started my career, I thought I'd probably do the same thing as well. My very first full-time job was at the Hilton, which is at the Sydney International Airport. It's no longer the Hilton. I believe now it's the Novotel Hotel. And when I started working there, I worked in the restaurant called the Summer House. It was a Gerardon service style restaurant, which was very popular at the time. And that's not me there, but this is what the sort of stuff that I was learning on, how to entertain the customers with a bit of flame throwing around, and it's all theatre experience really out there. And basically that's what I did. But let me tell you a story about my very, very first day in the restaurant. It was a little bit scary. It was my very first full-time job, and I've never been in a restaurant like that ever before. And I was thinking, oh, wow, how exciting is this? And they taught me, how to put tablecloths on tables, how to fold the serviettes, polish the glasses, wine glasses, polish the cutlery, get all the bread and all that, get all the tables set ready for lunch. And I thought, well, this is really exciting. And I was so proud of myself because I got everything finished before lunch. It was about 11:30, and the maitre d' was happy with me. And then I was a waiter, literally waiting for customers to come in. And I waited and I waited and I waited, and it was like 12 o'clock, no one was there. 12:15, no one there. 12:30, no one there. I'm looking at the maitre d', and I can see he's all stressed out, no customers are there. And it went, 1 o'clock, still no customers. And I think it was after 1:30 that we got a few customers come through. And I couldn't understand it. I thought, what's going on here? This is a beautiful restaurant, incredible menu, great wine list, really professional waiters, except for me. But it was just a beautiful restaurant, and I just couldn't understand why there were no customers there at all. And then it hit me. Even if you have an awesome restaurant with great food, friendly and efficient service, at a great location, that doesn't mean anything unless your ideal customer knows about it. I came to a realization that you will never grow your restaurant business or have peace of mind until you have a profitable, efficient, dependable means of attracting a sufficient flow of customers. But here's a problem. Your potential customers will never know how good you are until they actually become a customer. And if they never become a customer, they will never know how good you are. And that can be extremely frustrating. That's why I didn't become a chef, I became a marketer. I want to learn about marketing and how to get customers to restaurants. In fact, I won awards there from the Australian Marketing Institute for my brand vitalisation strategy awards for hospitality venue. So it gave me the power that a lot of restaurants don't have, and that is to make a difference and get some new customers for the restaurants. Now, great food and service is your retention strategy, but you only get new customers with great marketing, and that's what I'm all about, getting great marketing for restaurants. Now, this is why you need a solid marketing strategy. Now, the restaurant sales funnel, which we're going to go through today, details how to put together the strategy. And I'm going to share it with you today. Now, but before we can move forward, we need to know where we're at. Where are you sending your traffic to? Is it to a burning restaurant? Is the restaurant on fire? And I don't mean a good fire, I mean a bad fire. All right? Because if you're sending your new customers to a place that's not ready for you, that's got too many bugs, the food's got problems, you've got problems with the service, you've got problems with location, you've got problem with the car park, you've got problem with the temperature, you've got problems with cleanliness. If you have those sorts of problems and you're marketing your restaurant, trying to get customers in there with those problems, well, you're going to get bankrupt really quick. I suggest you don't do any marketing until you find all those problems and fix them. Once your restaurant's fixed, then bring in the traffic, bring in the customers, all right? Because you want them to have a great experience so they can share that with others. Because if they have a horrible experience, they will share that with others as well. And that's not good for your business, not good for marketing. Marketing can't solve those problems. You have to solve those problems first, then do your marketing. Now, one way to find out the problems that you may not be aware of is to ask your customers. So we've got here a little app that they can just get their phone and just scan that little code there, and that puts them in a little survey. So best to talk to the customers. I've got a little script here that I developed. And all you need to ask is this. We would like to ask you for your help, because people like to help any way they can. How? By providing us with your honest feedback, right? You're asking for honest feedback. We don't want feedback that makes us happy. We just want the honest truth from them. That's the only way we can fix problems. And here's why. So that we can continue to improve our service. When you answer these 2 questions, and you just let them know there's only 2 questions, it's not a long survey, please send the survey with our secure link. Thank you. Secure link means that we're not going to look at what you're saying about us. Right there, that's really important. If you can get this little message across to your restaurant customers, get them the link into the Messenger app on Facebook, and then they can answer a couple of questions, and this is a great way of finding out what exactly is wrong or what's working really well for your restaurant. Now, this little survey is called the Net Promoter Score, which I'm sure you've been through this before in many businesses, but it works really well. So there's 2 questions. The first question is, how likely is it that you would recommend our restaurant to a friend or colleague? Okay, and then you give it a rating, right, from 0 to 10. Now, 0 is not likely at all. 10 is extremely likely. So you want them to score 0 to 10. How likely would you recommend this restaurant to a colleague or friend? The second question is, what is the reason for your rating? Okay, so what's the reason why they rated so well or so poorly? Right? Just a very simple survey and extremely effective. Now, this is how it works. Anyone who scores 0 to 6 is known as a detractor. That is, they're going to talk negative about your restaurant. We don't like that. Okay, we don't like that at all. Then there are passives. They'll give you a rating between 7 and 8. Right? They're passive. They're not going to tell horrible things about your restaurant, but then again, they're not going to talk up your restaurant. Right? They're just going to, if someone asks them, how was that restaurant you went to last night? They'll say, it was okay. Okay, nothing good, nothing bad, just it's okay. Whereas the detractors, of course, will say, don't go there. And then, of course, you've got your promoters. They're the ones you love. All right? They're the people who will promote your business, and they score 9 or 10. Right? They're going to really say nice things about your restaurant, which is fantastic. So a Net Promoter Score this way. So it says the percentage of numbers of who put promoters minus the detractors. So, for example, if you had surveyed 100 of your restaurant clients, and say 50%, say 50 of those, or 50% scored you 9 or 10. That means they're promoters. And let's say 10% or 10 people who did your surveys scored you between 7 and 8, so they were passive. And the other 40 gave you a score of between 0 and 6. So say they had 40, that's 40%. So it's 60% of promoters minus 40% of detractors gives you 10, a score of 10. So what does that mean? Is that good or bad? Well, let's have a look. So the lowest score possible is a minus 100. That means everyone scored you between 0 and 6. The highest score possible is a plus 100. That means everyone scored you a promoter. That's between 9 and 10. Now, a good is anything above 0. So if you scored 10, that's good. If you scored 50 plus, well, that's excellent. And if you scored over 70, well, congratulations, you are world class. Okay, so that's what we want to be. We want to get up there as high as possible. And I suggest you do this Net Promoter Score once a month or at least every 3 months, but certainly before you start any marketing campaigns. Because if you don't, you could be wasting a lot of money with these marketing campaigns, bringing people to a restaurant that has real problems that need to be fixed. So that's the first thing I do with a restaurant, fix the problems. Okay, so that's the first thing we do. Now let's get this restaurant sales funnel underway. And what exactly is the restaurant sales funnel? Okay, let's have a quick look. The first stage of a funnel, the top of what we call the top of the funnel, is called brand awareness. Brand awareness is more than just awareness. Being aware is like, I am aware of a restaurant down the street. All right, so I know there's a restaurant there, but I don't know what sort of food they have. I don't know the prices. I don't know whether the food is good or not. In other words, I don't know its brand, but I certainly know it's there. That's not good enough. You want brand awareness. You want your customers or potential customers to know that you're there, but not only that, but you've got great food, the prices are reasonable, there's good customers are there, the service is fantastic, it's a great environment, it's a great place to celebrate special things that happen in life. So that's the difference between being brand aware or just being aware. Now, let me give you an example here. Imagine this person who you don't know who it is, you never met them before, walked up to you with a plate of food and said, "Hey, would you like to try my dish?" I mean, you might even slap him across the face. But are you game enough to try the food? I mean, you don't know what the food is. You don't know who the person is. You don't know the hygiene. You don't know whether the foods are fresh. You may more likely be reluctant to try the food. But what if you knew the person? What if it was Jamie Oliver with the food? Would you say no? Well, most likely you probably wanted to give it a try. Why? Because you know Jamie Oliver. You know his brand. Right? Now, you may love him or hate him. That's what branding's about. Not everyone's going to love your brand, but those who love your brand, if you were a Jamie Oliver fan, of course you're going to try it. All right? And that's the power of brand. And that's the power you want with your restaurant, to brand your restaurant, create brand awareness. So the people who really want to, will want to try your restaurant because they love what they know about your brand. The second part of the sales funnel is desire. All right, you want to create the desire for people who are brand aware of your restaurant to actually take action and go to your restaurant. So how do you create desire? Well, you give them a great offer. All right, so creating an offer customers can't refuse. All right, you've got to put something out there that's really, really exciting. All right, this is about the right audience, the right offer at the right time. All right, don't give those little piddles. I know I work with a lot of restaurants who don't want to give things away, and they say to me, "Okay, I'll give away 5% off the bill, but they must come on a Monday night, or because that's really quiet. We can't get anyone here Monday night, so let's get someone here on Monday night between 6 p.m. and 6:30. They have to come in between that time to get their 10% off." How popular do you think this will be? They will be very lucky to get anyone to the restaurant unless they're an amazing restaurant with great brand awareness. All right? This is not a great offer. A great offer is eat free. All right? You can do that for lots of things we do. Of course, there is a special buy one, get one free offer. But the more conditions you have on your offer, the less likely they'll take your offer. And the whole purpose of the offer is to get new customers to your restaurant. And you may be thinking, well, if I give away free food, I'm going to lose money. Well, you do if you don't use a restaurant sales funnel. That's why you need to use the whole funnel, because the profit is in the back end of your funnel, as we'll see. So to create that desire, give them a great offer. Really give them a great offer without conditions. Then they will take action. And that's the whole purpose of this, to get them to take action, to go to your restaurant. This restaurant looks fantastic, looks amazing. I mean, there's no food there, everything's on fire. But, you want to really bring them to your restaurant, get them to try your food. Let them to have a look at your prices, your menu, the ambience, the customer service. Let them have this wonderful experience in your restaurant, because once they do have that experience, they'll keep coming back again and again. Last part is loyalty. Okay, so have some sort of loyalty program. As in any business, it's the 80-20 rule. 80% of your customers will give you 20% of your revenue. 20% of your customers will give you 80% of your revenue. All right, you want to get that 20% of your customers. Really look after them. That doesn't mean you don't look after your other customers. but you really need to reward those customers that keep coming back again and again because they're not costing you anything. So you need to look after them. So get a loyalty program. Very simple loyalty program. If you work it right, it's going to get you profits. And the most important thing is going to increase the customer lifetime value. All right, that's very important. We'll talk about that next week. Very important to increase the customer lifetime value, and that's where the profits are. All right, so spend the money, get customers in there, build your brand awareness, get a great offer to get your customers to try your restaurant, get them to take action, and then you can bring them back again and again and make a profit. This is what happens when you use a loyalty program, right? It gets very crowded, all right? And I don't think any restaurant would complain about not having enough seats. This is where you make the profit, all right? So use the restaurant sales funnel and you will be profitable. Now, over the next coming weeks, we're going to go right to the nitty-gritty of the customer funnel. In fact, we're going to use another tool that I always use, which is the restaurant customer journey. We'll go through that next week. And when you use that customer journey tool with this funnel, this is what's going to happen to you, what you see on the screen there. Okay, so that gives you a little bit of a background about the restaurant sales funnel. Believe you me, there's a lot more to it, a lot more information. As I said, once we start adding the restaurant customer journey with this, two very, very powerful tools that's really going to drive your business and get you profits. That's the most important thing. All right, now, if you like this to get some notes, I can give you some free notes. You can download this free PDF. It's a restaurant sales funnel recipe. You can download all the notes there, so you can just review that after this. And in fact, I'll give you the link as well. And there you go, there's the link. So go to www.vimeo.com.au/restaurant sales funnel. All right, so go to that link. You can download the PDF. It's got all the notes there for each stage of the restaurant sales funnel. Put that up somewhere where you can see that every single day and you can focus on those 4 stages of the restaurant sales funnel. As I said, we'll go through next week. We'll look at the restaurant customer journey, which is an incredible tool that I've created for you, and it really takes you to the nitty-gritty. It uses the restaurant sales funnel, which is the big picture, but then we go to the nitty-gritties to see how you can take a brand new customer who's a stranger and turn them into a loyal fan of your restaurant. How does that sound? Pretty exciting? Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. We'll be back again next week, every Monday in Sydney's time. And we're going to go through this. And as I said, I guarantee you, if you want a restaurant sales funnel, let me put in a picture there. A little sticker, but I'll put lots of information inside the sales funnel for you. I'm giving away, as I said, 2,020 of these. I'll select one each week. I'll select one. Now, just leave a comment below and let me know where to send this to. I'll send this to you with lots of information in here for you so you can grow your funnel. So pretty exciting, and I'm really looking forward to helping 2,020 restaurants this year, and I hope you're one of those restaurants. I'm Jerry DeCossi. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye for now.